Good afternoon. So happy to see you all, and welcome to the final flute masterclass of the festival. And we have splendid flutists. We have Julia, and we have Lia, and we have Nate, or Nathan. Which do you prefer?
Nate.
Nate and Nate. So Julia's going to tell you what she's prepared today. We're going to hear her play a little bit, and then we'll work.
This afternoon I will be performing Cantabile et Presto by UNESCO.
So what would you, yes, it's not easy,
I'm
right?
a little like,
I
I
found
played this piece in a while.
master classes to be some of the most challenging and anxiety-provoking
Yes. Yeah.
settings of my career. So, well done.
Thank you.
Really well done. That was a very compelling performance.
Great, okay, good.
So, what would you like to work on?
I think,
Let's swap this one.
well, I really appreciate you telling me that was very compelling. I think just furthering like the possibility and like the connection I create within it. And then also I felt like when I was performing, just like my lower register was sometimes like coming in and out. When I get really like nervous,
Right.
I tend to like kind of bottom out.
Okay, so agreed with that. And
Yes.
that was one of the things I was going to mention. And the other thing is the articulation,
Yeah.
which gets a little
Like fluffy.
tiki.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. It's so we're going to work on those things.
Okay.
But first for the low register. Okay, so let's just play the opening now that you've
More or less.
settled in. Vastly better. A couple of things to recommend here. We talked at your lesson about not getting too grippy in the corners. And I think if you can let those corners go more, and we also talked about using nose.
Yeah.
Why don't you just play that same bit with that in mind?
Okay.
Okay? And by the way, we're just experimenting, so we don't care how it sounds for the moment. We're just trying to establish a feel.
For some reason.
Okay.
I'm scared that it's not gonna I feel like I can't.
That it's not gonna speak. Right. Yeah. So know that if you are sufficiently far forward here and relaxed in the corner and have air in your face and you're using your nose so your soft palate is lifted, that C will be predictably there and with good quality and good pitch.
Got it.
So what did you, sorry.
No, it's always getting knocked.
What did you hear in the studio audience?
Like just now or in the
Just now, yeah. So the difference between the first and second iteration of this.
Like rounder, more relaxed.
Rounder, yeah. What else?
I feel like there's always a core in sound, but there's just more around the core, like more
Yes.
to it.
Yes, and there's something else about the vibrato, which I think is much more rolling and in the sound. So if you set up this shape, that sort of tubey shape that we were talking about, that's going to give you a vibrato that feels like it's vibrating on both sides of the note and not just kind of piled on top. Okay, now we're going to try this thing that I've done with some of you. I don't remember if we did it in the lesson. You're going to So here's the roof of your mouth, and here are your top teeth. You're gonna just plaster your tongue there. It's gonna be broad, and you're gonna say, so take your index finger and put it under your gum. Okay? Now, it's not gonna sound focused or great, but there's a point to all this, so give that a try. You have to be super relaxed in your corners for this to work. There you go. Yeah, fantastic. That's great. Keep going. Oh, wow, that's so good. Okay, yeah, all right. You'll never, ever perform in public.
Yeah.
But it simply informs your setup. And what it does is, in order to get any, did we do this in your lesson? No, okay. I did it with somebody, maybe with Nate today. Yeah. So you have to be very relaxed in the corners in order for any air to go against the embouchure wall. So if I bite and try to do blow through TH, I get. Right? It also gets a tremendous amount of air at the very front. Do you feel the air at your lips? Okay, I'm going to tell this story for those who haven't heard it, and for those who have, I apologize for repeating it, but it is so clear and beautiful. So many years ago, because I've been coming here for many years, there was a bassoonist on the faculty who teaches at Rice and played in the Houston Symphony for many years. His name is Ben Kingans. And wonderful bassoonist and super dedicated teacher. And we were in the wind sectional working on a Strauss tone poem, I don't remember which. And the flutist was struggling with something. And so I said, Sue Young, where's the air when you're playing? She looked at me, and she looked at Ben, and she kind of furrowed her brow, and she said, in my diaphragm. And Ben rolled his eyes, and then he told the following wonderful story. He was subbing in the New York Philharmonic on a European tour. The principal bassoonist was out on maternity leave. And there was a big horn player, freak of nature guy called Phil Myers. Just an unbelievable player. And Phil said, the air's at your lips because that's the last place it is before it leaves your body. And I love that. For its clarity and for its simplicity. There's something just so wonderful about that. And my favorite flute players are what I call mouthy players. Very relaxed here, very forward, lots of air at the lips. So when you get, when you do TH, when you blow through that shape, you're forced to relax here. And you're forced to get the air very far forward in the mouth. There's an additional thing. Try it again and tell me what's going on with your nose when you do that. Ugh, it's okay.
It's a lot rushing out of my nose.
A lot,
air,
right?
yeah.
And do you feel how, when you play this way, your soft palate is very lifted?
Yes.
So we were talking about making that 2V shape, or what Erica Peel calls a tunnel shape. in the mouth. Erica Peel's a piccolo player in the Philadelphia Orchestra, wonderful player. So if you now can capture some of that, but drop your tongue down from the roof, so you're making a conventional sound. Let's just give it a try, because that C was speaking beautifully with TH and reliably, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So supple, right? Really supple and really beautiful. So the nose is something you have to be kind of cognizant of until you get used to it and it becomes habitual. But it's, I find, particularly helpful in the extremes of the registers, so the very low and the very high. And Nate and I were talking in his lesson today, and I was saying it kind of goes double for playing the piccolo, right? Same setup. Now, where is your tongue when you're articulating those notes?
It's not that far forward.
Okay.
Honestly. I would want it to be, yeah.
Yes, I would like it to be. So if you can, again, just for the sake of argument, get the tip of your tongue against the bottom of your top teeth, and the syllable is going to be da, 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 da. And you can play it out of context. You don't need to. Okay? Even a little more forward, maybe. There you go. Does that feel like wildly forward?
Yeah, I feel like I'm French tugging almost.
So almost.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's those French guys totally tongue forward. The only downside of that is that it can put a little pressure on your neck. So if you go, that's like way exaggeratedly far forward, but feel what it does here.
Okay.
Okay. It's so interesting because you think you're like a mile forward, and I'm not even seeing the tip of the tongue.
Okay.
Okay. I love that sound. Right. And remember, this is in piano, right? So there are tenutos, but it doesn't need to be too vigorous.
Yeah, okay.
There is more quality to the beginning of the note, more definition. And I love this. My college boyfriend was a violist, and he used to call this the hole in the donut sound. Like, right? So, so just right there. So good. Yeah. Now, when your tongue's so far forward that it actually comes between your lips, just for fun. More nose and more air in the back of your cheeks. Did you hear? You heard the yes.
Yeah.
When you got to the D, the sound deadened out for a fraction of a second, and then you found it. So if you keep really forward, you'll have it. That was beautiful. right? You're not struggling.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole deal, right? We're factoring the struggle out of it. And we have said that the reason we take such a deep dive here is not so that you can focus entirely on technique, but so that you have a technique that serves the music and allows you to do and say whatever you would like to do and say with ease, right? Okay, that was great. Okay, let's jump to after the fermata. Okay, so nose on the, yes, there you go. Gorgeous. Okay, good, except for this, and then you pull back.
Yeah.
So you want to favor that note in a way that's not helping your cause. See if you can just make that low C come out of the octave above. Yes, so good. Yes. Okay, how does that feel?
I'm like really thinking about the nose.
Yeah.
It's really keeping it nice and forward.
Yes, and it
And
gives
resonance.
so much core to the
Yeah,
sound.
and color too.
And color.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, this is what all this French music is about,
Right,
right?
of course.
Yeah, okay. Wow, that was really good. Just play from the beat before that. That's it. I'll buy that. Fantastic. Okay, now, when you release that B flat, don't stop it with your body, okay? Let the air continue. But you're doing a little, right, and the sound kind of deadens out.
Yeah.
You want the vibrato to spin through
Okay.
that note, and you're just going to keep your lips moving forward and putting the air across the whole, just do from that sextuplet. Yes, right? Do you hear how the ear perceives the end of that note differently? Like, what do you hear?
More
Nate?
around in.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah, it's like the resonance continues beyond the end of the note, and it gives a kind of finish to the note that you can't get by any other means. Okay, wow. That was fab. Okay, let's see. Let's go from here. And when you get to those tones, they da 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 da. Yeah, don't listen. I'm asking you to do something you're unaccustomed to doing, and I applaud you for being willing to take up the charge. So it won't always work reliably at the beginning. There's no shame in that. Yeah. More nose, yeah, and stay forward. Don't aim the air down too far for that note. Beautiful, easy. Now float. Yeah, this for me, this can even be more floaty,
Even
like less, less, you know, more piano. One little rhythmic thing there, that happens on the 4th, 16th,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it just comes, it was a little early. Yeah, just starting to be flat. Beautiful. Nose. Fantastic. Two little musical things,
Mhm.
well, one rhythmic thing. This happens on the and of B4, right? Yes,
Oh, it's way faster,
exactly.
yeah.
So like with this French music, sometimes we can all get a little sloppy about the subdivision, and it doesn't mean you have to play like a metronome or without rubato, but you've got to have this sort of fundamental subdivision of the beat correct. And since you're taking this to auditions, they will slay you if you don't play it, you know, accurately. Okay, but I love that. And then I would not hit that low A at too high a dynamics, marked piano, and then just crescendo through to that mezzo forte. Wow. Let's play from the C flat. Nose. There you go. Beautiful. So that was all so good. You pulled back a little bit on that A, right? Were you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay, so the mirror is your friend. Get in front of a mirror, keeps you honest. While you're working on these kinds of things, it's super helpful because I speak from personal experience. Sometimes you think you're doing it.
Right.
And you're not. Sometimes you are. But the mirror does not lie. So, okay, and when you go from the, let's just do this under tempo, from the G flat to the A. Yeah. Can you come a little more forward and a little more nose when you get down there? Yes. Yeah. Do you hear what a slick interval that is? There's no hitch in the sound because you're not making micro adjustments in your lips, and I bet it feels pretty free.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. Okay, then the next part of it is just trusting
Right.
that it will be there. Okay, so you're allowing it to happen rather than making it happen. Not to be too zen about it, but it's a thing. Okay, wow, that was good. Play from there you go. Beautiful. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. I feel like I just have a quick question about
Yes, of course.
tonguing so forward. Is it just gonna take like practice for it to become more secure and more accurate?
Of course.
Okay.
And
Because it feels really like
explosive.
and like just not consistent.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Look, this is a process, and what I say to everybody is, when you're playing an orchestra and you're playing in your chamber music group, just play, right? Don't be thinking about all this stuff. But in the warm-up phase, when you're practicing, when you're doing long tones and scales and arpeggios, tonguing exercises, what do you do for tonguing exercises?
I'll go through like broken arpeggios,
Okay.
or I'll do like my major and like harmonic minor scales in fourths and sixths.
Okay.
And then I'll do double tongue, or I'll just double tongue each note, or I'll go taka taka taka.
Yeah.
Or I'll go triple tongue and I'll do taka 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 taka. Or I'll do taka 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 taka.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I love that. I heard you doing
Oh.
thirds and sixths the other day. It sounded amazing in the practice room. So here's my thing about etudes. They have their place. But I love Taffanel and Gobert. And I feel like if you can play Taffanel and Gobert #1, #4, #12, #13, with good tone, good articulation, and are cognizant of your setup, it doesn't obviate the need for doing etudes, but it's somebody once said, a tennis teacher once said to me, it's not practice makes perfect, it's perfect practice makes perfect. So you've got to kind of be thinking about what you're doing so that you're reinforcing good habits.
Right.
And, you know, Baker, my teacher, used to say, oh, well, go home and memorize all these etudes and then come back and play them next week. And dutiful students that we were, we did that, but we didn't know what we were doing. We weren't thinking about our setup. And as a consequence, if we didn't develop bad habits, we didn't advance our cause,
Right.
you know? So I think particularly now, because you're under a lot of pressure to blow through repertoire, just devote some very intentional time in your warm-up to these ideas, and it will take hold, I promise. But yes, it's likely to feel, and if you're accustomed to keeping your tongue farther back in your mouth and backing up more air, if you use that same amount of air with your tongue forward, it's gonna, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna feel like you can't control it.
Okay.
So,
Totally. Okay.
so the other part of tonguing is just reducing the volume of air.
Right.
Yeah? And so much of it is about the shape inside your mouth.
I see. Okay.
And I love to tell people, any other flute players here? Are you Celine?
Yeah.
Oh, so nice to meet you. Thank you for playing an orchestra this week. That's so good. You're like a legit flute player, as they say. Let's see, I lost my train of thought.
Using less air.
Oh yeah, using less air. So you're taking pressure off of your chest. You're taking pressure off your upper back and your neck. And the articulation just comes from the action of the tongue. So Taffanel and Gobert number 4, that's what I wanted to, that's where I dropped off, sorry. I love to have people do Taffanel and Gobert number 4, 4 slurred, followed by 4 tongued. I think we were working on this, right, in your lesson. Using the same airstream for the tongued notes as for the slurred ones. Do you know Taffanel and Gobert number 4? Let's just do F major, and you can do it at a very moderate tempo, like da, 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 da,
In single tongue?
single tongue, and just think about keeping the airstream consistent and letting your tongue do the action.
Okay.
Okay. Does that feel different from what you're accustomed
It just sounds
to?
like so resonant everywhere.
It is
And gentle.
so
Like I feel like my
resonant.
articulation isn't like.
Yes, because people think if they back up air behind the tongue, they're going to get a more defined attack, and then what you get is. Okay, you don't sound like that. Nobody in this room sounds like that. But you know, it's a real tendency. So you're preserving the shape here, and you're letting the tongue. So roof of the mouth, bottom of the top teeth, here's your tongue. And it doesn't have to be too far forward, right? I mean, everything's so close when you're articulating that you kind of,
Yeah.
you're gonna feel your tongue touching in
I
a
know,
lot
I
of
feel like
places.
I was tripping over a little bit.
Yeah,
Just,
so I just like to tell people that the contact point is the bottom of the top teeth. But that was gorgeous. Okay, so should we,
Oh yeah, that's some of the presto.
yeah, do a little presto. How are we doing on time? Oh. All right, let's just do a tiny bit of the presto and then we're gonna move on.
Okay.
Okay, so this is gonna be now. Nose, forward, relax. Not ticky-ticky-ticky, but and that will preserve that OE tunnel shape, 2B shape in the mouth. Yeah. Easy. Beautiful. I love those low notes. I love those low notes.
That's really good.
This articulation to my ears was vastly better
Okay, good.
than the first attempt, and I bet you feel like you're not doing much, right?
No, yeah.
Isn't that a great thing? Less is totally more. Okay, let's just keep going. Stop. Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah.
That's it, nose. Yeah, nose. Get your chin up. By the way, if you drop your chin, it changes the placement in the tongue in your mouth, right?
Yeah.
Just experiment with that. Just put your chin, tuck your chin there, and
I'm a chronic chin
articulate.
dropper.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
bring your flute to your face and not your face to your flute. Good. Now drop. Yeah. Right. Okay. That's exaggeratedly down, but you see how covered that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this speaks so much more readily. So what happens is if you drop your chin, the tongue goes farther back on the roof of your mouth. Like, yeah. Easy. Easy, less air. That's it. Yes. So this is the good news. It helps you preserve your air,
Right.
among other things. But it gives, what I call a ping to the
Yes.
articulation.
Yes.
And it's gorgeous.
For
So
sure.
yay.
Thank you.
Okay. Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
But Lia can
Leah can, okay, I can share with you.
So sorry, I just saw your seat.
No, we're good. All good. have a beautiful feel for the rubato in this music. Now I'm going to suggest something that will put you in a little bit of a straitjacket for the moment. Have you ever practiced this with a metronome? Uh-huh. Okay. So it's kind of what I was saying to Julia. You can take liberties with the tempo, but you have to kind of respect the integrity of the rhythm. And so it's a great exercise, and it will probably make you feel a little crazy. But just for example, like you've got, technology. Okay, so you've got 5s there, right? And you've got 3s here, and you want to make sure, you want to make sure that they're proportionate, right? And then you can play with that. I loved what you were doing with rubato, but there were a couple of times I was watching the music and I was thinking, okay. So, what would you like to work on here?
Just kind of, I'd like to work on everything.
Okay. Okay.
Just one more anything that you have.
Okay. So tell me what you thought of your splendid performance.
I felt it a lot.
Yes, you did feel it. That was really clear, right? I think it was clear to be assembled. Yeah. So it was inspired, for sure. A couple of things. Is your head joint in the alignment we talked about this morning? Yeah. How's that feeling?
It feels a lot way better, like a lot.
A lot better. Yeah. So Nate's head joint was turned in a little bit, and when we got him to play more forward, we also correspondingly changed the alignment so the head was turned out a little bit. So it's in line with the keys for the flute players in the audience. And a couple of things, chin, right? And when you get to the ends of these notes, but you tend to stop it a little with your body, right? Are you aware of that?
Not really.
Okay, all right, well, let's just play this bit and stop on the F sharp and see about that diminuendo. And you know what, I'm gonna just raise up your stand a teeny bit. You're wonderfully tall. Yeah, okay, can you give me more nose on that F sharp? Just play from there. Yeah, keep pushing your lower lip out. So, yeah, if you're not biting there, you really are required to just keep the air moving more across the hole in a diminuendo so that the pitch doesn't flatten out. Just play from the C sharp once more. Beautiful. Yes. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay. Now, when you have those low notes, don't dig, right? Okay. So let's start from the beginning again. Good. Okay. So if you put your flute this way, you're crunching in your right ribs, right? So see if you can lift your ribs and bring the flute to your face. Beautiful. You hear the difference in the sound. beautiful release. I love that. Okay? So it's a lot of flute players play like this. And you're not able to, I mean, not only does it help with quality of sound and projection, but you're not able to manage your airs successfully. It's obvious, right?
Yeah.
If it's, okay. Gosh, that was beautiful. Yeah, once more. Yeah, I want to hear that right from the beginning. And how about think of your tongue going. Just drop. No. Yeah, nose. Yes. Yes. So do you hear that difference?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise it's like a little, now I got it, right? And this is, da. So make that 2D shape and, yeah, and now blow less air, take pressure off there, okay? Okay, play with me, ready? Yeah, okay, once more. Yes, so it's like your inhale leads to the exhale. There's no like breathe, hold, play, right? You're just going, duh. Try that, and pick your flute up. Good, and when you get to that B flat, B natural, sorry, can you make it come out of the E that precedes it? So there's no micro adjustments in your like throat or mouth or anything. Oh yeah, so gorgeous. So slick, right? I love that. Okay, come on. Yeah, same thing, go. Duh. Good. That was a beautiful start. Now you can use less air and play a little more piano. Okay, now for that B, let me clarify something here. I don't mean that you always want to start the note with vibrato. As a color choice, if you want to start non-vibrato and move into it, that's great. But you want it to be a choice. You don't want it to be your kind of default mode, right? And when you get to that B, lower lip, up and out, more nose. So start from bar 3. Beautiful. Oh my God, that was so gorgeous. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, yes. So breathe and play. Just go. Duh. That's it. You have to keep your chin up and your lower lip moving out and your nose. That's it. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Oh, gorgeous taper. That's gorgeous. So then the quality goes through the end of the note, right? The vibrato keeps spinning through it. And, in a piece like this, which is very meditative, it's you don't want it to be too active, yeah? So you've got this great resonant sound, but we also have to, be able to pull back from that a little bit. So this is gorgeous. Onward. Chin level. So gorgeous. not helping your cause by going down to take the breath. So can you keep your chin lifted and breathe in the same way? Gosh, that was beautiful. Okay. Stay lifted. That's it. Okay. Yes. Okay. So did you see how the air went in his body differently? How'd that feel,
It
Nate?
felt really good. I felt like, still felt light instead of
Uh-huh.
heavy. It just felt,
Yes.
you know, I'm taking, it feels like I took up the space around.
You did take up the space. You absolutely did. That was marvelous. Okay, let's go on because that was great. But just, it's a very common tendency that, you know, people tend to sort of duck when they breathe, you know, thinking, I don't know, maybe that's an advantage, but it's not. Okay, and it keeps you lifted throughout and sets up your subsequent breath really well, right? Because if I go down here, then all of a sudden I'm kind of collapsed, and that next breath is going to be less satisfying. Yeah, and I think this could even be more,
Oh, yeah.
you know, a little sexier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I say that? Can I say that? So you're gonna fire me? Sorry, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, yeah, just let it spread. That was great. Keep going. Okay, I'd like your tongue a little more duh, and a little farther forward there. Yeah, you hear the difference in the clarity? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So, if you don't believe me, believe your colleague. Lovely. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Control. That was great. Okay, keep going. Yeah, so start, get your chin up. Okay. Flute to face. Yeah. Yeah, I would take those breaths kind of a little bit more literally, more like a phrase indication that yeah. I honestly don't know this piece. I'm just faking it, but it seems stylistic, right? Okay. Up, chin, flute up. Yeah, maybe you can think about just lifting your flute a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, more accent. Beetle, 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 beetle. Good. Now, is there, that's so gorgeous, is there something, can your chin be too high up? Yes, it can. Okay. So just be aware of that. Okay? Just play the last. That was just, I kind of love this, and it's very, I mean, there's so much rubato that you can, beautiful, 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 beautiful. You know, there are many, many, many ways to interpret this. But I think you're doing such a gorgeous job, but it can be freer still, yeah? After you practice it with your metronome. Okay. Yeah, can you do that again? I'm going to put my hand on your forehead. Is that okay? I love that. Okay? Yeah, that E can be higher, so you can be more forward with the tongue. Yeah, less with the head and more with the lower lip on that F sharp. Just, gosh, that sounded beautiful. And I would start your crescendo a little earlier on that
Use
E.
that to drive the.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So you start on the E and then you crescendo through those 30 seconds. There you go. Yay. Perfectly stable, the pitch. So if you do it with your lips, you don't need to do it with your head. I mean, you're all really fine musicians, so this is how we often adjust, but it compromises the quality of sound. And so if you just move your lower lip forward, and it's on my nose, the pitch will be stable and you don't have to do that, okay? So. Yeah, let me think. Well, there it is. That was great. I think there's maybe a better place to breathe than that.
Just make it through the whole. Like.
If you can do it, but you don't have to be a hero, and it's better to make the rallentando than and to get to the end and feel like you're not, you know, going to keel over.
Can I read that for that C sharp?
I was thinking maybe you could breathe between the D's. And you know, you can make that breath in context of a rallentando, right? And so it's not, you're not, you can be leisurely about it. Okay, so let's just go from, let's do that. Stop. Wow, beautifully done. Okay, last but not least, and tell the nice people what you can.
Lia, and I'm going to be playing Image for Solo Flute by Eugene Botza.
Have you performed this piece?
I don't think so.
Okay. Great. Very well played. So, Leah, there are some things to work on here. What would you like?
Maybe. I was gonna say some of the things that you worked on with me and Julia.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be more helpful to do like maybe some of the articulation or spots where
Yeah.
it's like cracking notes.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you think I'm going to say about that?
Probably to keep my tongue lower in my mouth.
Yeah.
And not scrunch up the corners of my lips.
Totally.
Oh.
Tongue placement, maybe a little farther forward, maybe?
Okay.
Okay. So pick a spot for articulation. And we can look at that. We could even actually, what if you play from here to there?
Okay.
So, good. Can I mind if I pull your corners down while you're playing?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Same bit. Sorry. Can you get the flute out your face? Sorry. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. I know, it's hilarious. There we go. Good. Lower lip, up and out more. But it proves that you can play this way. I mean, it's like Mutton Jeff here. So let's just see if you can do in slow-mo. Bum, bum, ba-da-da, ya, da, 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 da. And see if you can stay forward and tip of your tongue where?
At the bottom of my teeth.
Top teeth, yeah. Good, easy. Yeah. Okay, so do you hear that difference? How would you describe that?
More like effortless.
Effortless. Effortless is good. I'd also say there's more quality to the articulation, and you get more tone than kind of percussiveness to the attack. What do you think?
I agree.
Okay, so you don't have to agree, but you know, I can take it if you want to push back.
No, I do agree.
Okay. So let's just let's dum da da dum dee da dum da da dee. Okay, same thing. So da 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 dee da dum under tempo. Yes. Good. Yeah, even less there on the A natural. So. Good. Okay. Now you can make a crescendo, but maintain that same setup. Okay. Yeah. And so much easier. Yeah. I mean, if it feels better and it sounds better, why would you not do it? Right? Except that it's not. That's more easily said than done. And you just have to take some time to incorporate this. But I thought that was splendid. Yeah? Mm-hmm. All right. And with these low notes, let's just play here. See if you can do more nose. Yeah, beautiful. Keep going. Wow. that beautiful air in your cheeks. It feels a little like, wee, right? But you actually have more control. It's just control based on relaxation rather than control based on tension, right? Okay, yeah, keep going. That was terrific. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, you got your pedal. Did I screw it up?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, low, B sharp. Okay. Yes, and your dynamic is mezzo forte, right? So you can just
Yeah.
cut back a little on the air. That's it. Beautiful. Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
Okay.
Do you hear how you get incredible legato between the notes there? That's impressive. Okay, right there. Oh, that one was quite as good as the last go, and I would really play a true mezzo forte so you can move through that a little bit. Okay. Gorgeous. Okay. So you wrote a note that says "be French."
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like articulate more forward.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm in favor of that. Can you think, and as you go up, your lower lip's gonna come more forward and you're gonna use a little more
Okay.
pressure here. Okay. So start forward, you start forward and you go farther forward from that. Oh, that was less pressurized,
Yeah.
right? It didn't sound so, right? It sounded easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It felt easy.
it felt easy. We love that. Okay, once more. And how are you grouping this?
I was just playing it.
Okay, I think it's a good idea to group it. So let's count how many notes we have there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We'll count that 4. So you might group it in sixes. Yaga, yaga, daga, 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 daga. I think that makes sense. So it's like, can I use your pen?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll let you use your pen. But just, I would try grouping it in that way. So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah.
It works,
Oh,
right?
that's perfect.
Okay. So, it's a way of managing it in your mind instead of seeing one long chromatic up. You can think A, D sharp, A, D sharp, A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Yeah. Does that make it a difference?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can play around with that. Okay, going on. Nose. How about more nose? Oh, nice low C. So juicy. Yeah. Okay. And you could do that because you weren't tightening up here
Yeah.
for those high notes, right? Everything comes out of a very consistent shape. And so if you tighten for those high notes, you're screwed by the time you get, excuse me, by the time you get down to that low C, because you're like, where is it?
Yeah.
Okay? That was merely perfect. Okay, let's keep going after the fermata.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, a little bitey down there when you got to the tongue notes, but otherwise that was glorious.
Okay.
Okay, how'd that feel?
That felt very relaxed here.
Okay, sounded very relaxed, sounded kind of ooey gooey. Okay, so just did the pickups to the 4/4. Yeah, more nose, less lips. You kind of, you got chicken, right?
Yeah.
And you kind of reverted to. Put out. Right? Just let it come out of that C flat. Was I playing the right
Yeah,
note?
that's right.
Is it like should I focus on using my nose once I get to the chord?
I'd say nose all the time to prepare it. So. Right, but don't squeeze in the corner. So. Right,
Mhm.
that is a way to accomplish it. It's just not the most attractive,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Oh, so gorgeous. And you didn't have to work,
No,
right?
not at all.
Okay, let's keep going. And by the way, you know, because you're accustomed to playing a little more back here, you will notice that once your lips come forward, you risk the lower lip covering the embouchure hole too much. So how are you lined up here?
I'm not lined up like I like have it.
Oh, I see.
I'm kind of rolled out, but my keywork is just even further out.
So can we just try something here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to line up the embouchure hole with the first key on the body. Okay. And you're going to see it. It may not be possible, but let's give it a try. Because what you find is the more forward you are with the lips, the more coverage you're going to get of the embouchure hole, and it will be too much.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the same.
Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, you're coming a little biting back, but this is the idea. Does that feel?
Yeah.
It kind of in a way forces your lips forward if you're that turned out,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think it makes you find that you can't be back here. Right? You have to kind of move your lips forward to meet the embouchure wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm not saying you have to play like this tomorrow or the next day or the next week, but I would encourage you to turn out because I think it does make a more open sound.
Mm-hmm.
And it has this knock-on of really kind of forcing, I hate that word, but forces your lips forward. Just play from the D. There you go. You just let them release. It's like all of a sudden you went from here to there, right? It's, okay, we got a little bit more time. We kind of got behind the game. Does anybody, do you have a rehearsal or?
No.
So we can
Well-
take a few more minutes? Is that okay for folks?
We have orchestra
Okay, we'll take a few more minutes?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, wow, I love that adjustment.
Is it because my chin went up?
No, you went from this to that. You
Oh.
went from this to that. So you have to, when you leave here, you have to pretend that I'm a bird on your shoulder, say, yeah. You know, are your lips forward? Leah, do you have air in your face? Leah, you have the, is your tongue touching the bottom of your top teeth? So it's a process, as we have said with everybody here. And it's a lifelong process. We're never there, right, Jason? Ever. We're always discovering and learning new things. So, be kind to yourself. But I think you sound amazing.
Thank you.
So let's play from here. And I just would like to stay with the head joint in this alignment and see if we can get a little more comfortable with that, with the idea. That was good. Oh man, do you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do it again. That was just excellent. Fantastic. That A was so good because you were relaxed here and it didn't sound sharp in pitch or quality. I mean, listen to the pitch difference, right? It's not quite a quarter step, but like that's huge and I'm not doing anything but letting my corners go. Right? Okay, that was lovely, lovely. I'm sorry to have stopped you. So let's just go on from the G sharp. Yeah. I noticed that when you played through, right? So you got down here and you went, okay, you didn't sound like that, but just stay forward. That's it, gorgeous. Every time I look at you, you make the adjustment. It's so great.
I know I'm doing it too.
Okay, but listen, that is a huge step forward. Huge.
Yeah, like I'm not doing it, and then you look at me, and then I want to
know.
drop my
Okay, I'm gonna make you self-conscious for just a little while longer because this is working
I need to
so
like tape
well.
up a picture of you right there.
You know, I have a student who, well, I have a couple of students who are great flute players and real geeks. And one of them plays a ton in the Philadelphia Orchestra. He's always sending me pictures of people's embouchures. It's like, did you see this, Gretch? So, it's helpful, you know, you'll see in the mirror what's going on. Okay, so let's just play from down there. That was good. Beautiful. And there she is. Yes, yeah. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think? Leah?
I like the color from it when it's really low that it came.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, it's really this kind of opaque sound. I love that. So, you know, we'll get a chance to work some more together on this. But I think that's moving in the right, the correct direction. And it really will, it will urge your lips ever more forward.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're going to stop so you guys have a little bit of time
Thank you
before
so
orchestra.
much.
Thank you.